all. My name's Jen and I blog over at sweetteamakes3.com, and I've got my happy face on today, but about a month ago there was an incident and I did not have my happy face on, and I'll tell you why. We're going to talk about Release. It's an essential oil blend for deep-seated emotions, anger, trauma. It's a very powerful blend according to the desk reference here. Handy dandy guide. I'll read you a little about it. This is a helpful blend to release anger and memory trauma in order to create emotional well-being. It helps open the subconscious mind through the pineal stimulation to release deep-seated trauma. It is one of the most powerful of the emotionally supporting essential oil blends. And I have emotional issues. I have a whole post that I've written on anxiety and depression and my history with that. So since this is such a powerful oil, it's definitely one I want in my oily arsenal. However, I don't think I would have tried it if I hadn't Zyto tested for it. If you don't know what a Zyto scan is, it's basically you hook up to a computer and it scans your body's biomarkers and it tells you which biomarkers are off and what oils you need to correct it. I'm sure there's a highly scientific explanation for that, but basically you're out of whack, here's what to do to fix it. So no surprise, I tested for Release. And it's one that I apply daily, just kind of as a maintenance thing for that underlying anger that I have. We kind of joke about that sometimes in our culture. I have anger. Or we talk about how we put so-and-so in their place. Or, but we glorify it, but it's not healthy. It's not pleasing to God when we're raging at our neighbors, which is what happened to me. I shouldn't say it happened to me. It's what I did. I'm not proud of it. So Release is something that can help us physically with those feelings of anger. This was about a month ago, and 4th of July, and if you have small children or pets, 4th of July is not your favorite holiday, because odds are your child or your pet's going to be woken or frightened by fireworks. And this was happening in our neighborhood in the days preceding Independence Day. Every night fireworks were going off in the street, just bottle rockets, whatever. And we didn't want to be those people. So, as long as they knocked it off by 8 or 9 at night, we weren't happy about it, but we didn't call the police or anything like that. So one night, about 11 o'clock, everyone in the house is asleep, and we hear fireworks go off. And I'm angry, but I'm also half out of it. I remember rolling over, like, honey, call the police. And I'm back asleep. But the day after that, the afternoon after that, it was about 2 in the afternoon. I had just gotten my kids to sleep. And if you're a mom, you know hell hath no fury like a woman whose children have been awoken needlessly. It's about 2 in the afternoon, and I hear fireworks going off in the street. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know what kind they were. Not the kind that are pretty that you shoot off in the dark, but the kind that are purely for just making noise and terrifying dogs. That's what's going off in the street. My kid starts crying, my youngest, and instead of going to comfort him and see what's going on, I fly out of the door and into the streets in a murderous rage to find the source of the noise. I find it one street over, where a woman and her small children are out in the streets setting off cherry bombs or whatever at 2 in the afternoon. So I'm screaming at this woman to stop, telling her why I've got small children, they're asleep, how dare you? There might have been some swearing involved. I don't exactly remember. You've heard the phrase seeing red. I was seeing red. It's kind of a blur to me, but it wasn't appropriate behavior, I'll tell you that. So I'm out in the street screaming at this woman. She stops because there's a crazy person in her yard yelling at her. I come back in the house, and you'd think I would cool down, just, simmer down, maybe go over there and apologize, something. I don't. I'm in this full-blown level 10 murderous rage for about an hour. Just, how dare she? I had a pork loin in the crock pot. I stabbed it because I'm so mad. I stabbed this raw pork loin in the crock pot, okay? That mad. An hour later, my husband's due home, and I don't want him to find me like this because it's going to scare him. I'm scaring myself. Why can't I just get over this? Then I remember my oils an hour later, right? So I'm glad I had Release in my arsenal. I grab it. I put it on my solar plexus. Ladies, that's just below your bra band if you're wondering where your solar plexus is, because that's where I was feeling the anger. So I applied one drop, and I kid you not, within 45 seconds, I'm down from that level 10 rage down to just a simmer. Like, that was rude, that was wrong. She shouldn't be out in the streets in the afternoon waking my children up, but I don't feel like I need to stab the meat in my crock pot. Um, and by the time Dave got home, I had calmed down. Thankfully, he didn't see me like that. But, it scared me, and it's something that I'm working on, you know, anger issues in my personal life. But I'm glad that I have Release, and since that incident with the fireworks, I keep Release with me wherever I go. I have one of these totes. You can get them on Amazon for about $15. That holds 16 oils. And obviously, I have more than 16 oils in my collection, but I have to prioritize what I'm going to take with me in my purse. And Release has a permanent home right there. I don't leave the house without Release after that incident. And I've told you my story. I hope you don't judge me too bad. I actually shared it with some close friends before deciding to make a video about it, and probably a blog post in the future, because I'm not proud of my behavior. And I didn't want people to think I was a horrible person, but you know what? Even if you do think I'm a horrible person, that's fine. I want to help other people. And the few people that I told my story, instead of judging me, they had the complete opposite reaction. There might have been tears on their part too, and a little bit of me too, Jen. Me too. I've experienced that. I've been that angry. And I thought that nobody else got that angry but me, and I feel like a horrible person. And I'm able to say, no, I've gotten that angry too, and here's what I did about it. So I'm a big fan of Release. Get it. Keep it with you if you have anger issues. I'm sure it's good for other things too, but that's just how it's helped me, and I hope it can help you too.